If we do even a little research on this Hawaiian prayer, of course it consists of 4 sentences only, but the background is that there are many say case studies about the prayer, that how it has worked. So one famous case study, and it has become famous as an Hawaiian prayer, is Dr. Hew Len. He was a therapist, and in late like he has already passed away, but he was a therapist, and some patients were referred to him that nobody could cure. And what he did was that the patients were so so we'll say everybody feared him, that he just got the files and he reviewed the patient file and he never met them. And of course they were there in the hospital. And what he did was, the basis of the Hawaiian prayer is that if something comes to us, like some people or some situation or certain object, then we cure ourselves, or we see why or how we can balance that situation in ourselves, and then that other situation transforms. So he just looked at his patient's files and he healed himself, and then within some time the patients became like normal people, and the hospital had to be shut down. So this is a famous case study. And in Wikipedia, if you see, there is another like that what is the origins of it, is that originally it used to be a prayer that was done when somebody was like two families or two people were fighting or having some things, they wanted a reconciliation. Then the mediator, say suppose like in a village, one mediator, they used to say this prayer before mediation starting or something. So then later on it became so famous that even if there was no kind of fighting or some kind of fight or there, even then the people started doing this prayer. And then it became more famous in the Hawaiian region. And that's how this took place. So originally, of course, we know those 4 sentences, but originally this prayer was this long, that that if I have offended my family, relatives, or anybody, our words, deeds, we ask for the forgiveness. And then let this clarify, purify our negative memories, blocks, energies, and vibrations, and transmute this unwanted energy into pure light. As it is said, it is done, and so it is. So this is the original prayer, and in the modern times, it has been, say, condensed or shortened as a mantra. And here we are saying this to, we can be saying this: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. It appears that we are saying it to ourselves, but actually it can be to a situation, and we are not telling it to say forgiveness, as in, of course we understand this, forgiveness is not for the other person, it is that situation or the emotion behind it. Say suppose if I'm with my friend, and that friend is very irritating towards me, or let's understand more that if there is a boss or a colleague or mother-in-law, the presence of there only makes me so angry and uncomfortable. So it's not that person we are forgiving, it is that thing that develops in me, that irritation or fear or maybe anger that comes into me, that we are trying to say sorry to. First of all, when we say sorry, or when we are saying sorry in these 4 sentences, what happens is that we are healing and reorganizing our energy only, which is the meaning or the way why this prayer works. So it could be, may look like कि ये magic तो नहीं है, कि मतलब 4 sentences बोले और magic हो गया, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि मंत्र उच्चारण किया और कुछ हो गया. तो Hooponopono prayer के से कैसे होता है? तो अगर हम उसके मतलब ये जो बोर्ड में लिखा हुआ है कि recognize the emotion behind and then do this prayer, so we are involving ourselves fully, like emotionally we are involving ourselves with the prayer, and that's how the negative prayer, this prayer melts away whatever negative or blocks or belief system that we have been holding up to. तो अगर हम लोग उसको अबंडेंस के लिए भी करें तो सिर्फ कि आई एम अबंडेंट, हम अबंडेंट ऐसे नहीं, कि व्हाट मेक्स मी नॉट अबंडेंट, उस वाले इमोशन को, और ये सबके लिए अलग हो सकता है, इट कैन बी डिफरेंट. व्हेन आई डोंट फील अबंडेंट, आई मे बी आई डोंट वांट टू स्पेंड एनीथिंग, or I'm stingy, I don't even care for my own, say, clothes or food. So whatever that emotion is of lack, that we have to say forgiveness. So it's all about uh, accepting our emotions and then releasing that emotions and then loving ourselves through that situation. So how it works is that the limiting beliefs you are trying to give up or we give up, and these are the things that are holding us. And when we are taking responsibility, if I say I'm sorry, first of all, say if when I'm overweight and I just ignore it, that is one way of dealing it, or saying just ignoring the thing, or saying just being unaware of it or unconscious about it. But when I say I'm sorry that I feel heavy, or I feel not comfortable with this weight, and I'm sorry of not taking care of the body, then that is that belief system कि अगर मैं कुछ भी करूं तो मैं मोटी ही रहूंगी, या कुछ भी इस तरह का जो belief system है या एक्शन, तो उसको जब हम सॉरी बोलते हैं तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लाइक व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज दैट आई एम टेकिंग रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ माई say belief system or my part in this whole game which has created this scenario, and acknowledging and releasing the stuck energy then starts the healing process. So example अगर हम लोग बोल रहे हैं तो वैसे तो हवाइन प्रेयर में जैसे पहले बोला था इन द बिगनिंग वी सेड आई एम सॉरी, but I am sorry for being ashamed. So when we connect the emotion and then say sorry, it has a deeper meaning to it. Then when we say forgive me, then same thing, like we are not condoning somebody, or we are not praying to say somebody, we are not making that thing or something more than us. It is this attitude that we are having, or that limiting things that we are having, that we are saying that please forgive me. And the best thing is that it can even affect not only like people and situation, but even like with objects. कि अगर लैपटॉप ठीक से नहीं चल रहा है, या मेरा बिल नहीं आया है, तो इफ आई की मतलब कि बिल देने में कुछ परेशानी है या किसी कंपनी को रिटर्न करने में परेशानी है, कि प्लीज फॉरगिव मी in that bill payment situation, and then it can work. And then it will be, please forgive me for not loving myself just the way I am. So please forgive me for forgive me that I see that this returning this order is going smooth, or thinking that it may be difficult. When we connect that feeling, that difficult feeling or overburdened feeling or ashamed feeling, then it becomes then it becomes much more like we connect with the prayer. So it's not just like simply chanting, but saying something which makes it meaningful in our life. And thanking implies that in that situation we are not just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, like that, but we are saying thankful for person ki in that situation it brought something which was inside me, or some limiting beliefs or something. So that saying thank you also means that we are thanking that situation or emotion, and we are growing through it after it, like after saying that we are grateful. Of course. And we'll do this prayer later on, but I just want to tell you one more thing that, we can do it not only like by speaking. Of course, in the office, if we are there, then we can just say those four sentences. But other than that, we can write it and chant it for 10 minutes or, more than, just one time. So it will be effective in that way. So practice makes perfect. And so when we are praying, then what happens is that our health improves. Of course, this everybody knows that when the some limiting beliefs is uh, goes away, then it will affect our health, our well-being, and of course, will be creative. So I just want, uh, if you are okay, then I want, let's do this prayer for some time.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay. So, uh, actually today what I thought was that I have done ki Hoponopono prayer for our source. So we'll close our eyes and we will say forgiveness, though it might be not an issue for you, but it is always that when we are okay with our source, which is our parents, then it always is a different kind of or happy prayer. So we'll start like this, that closing our eyes. And then I say ki I'm thankful for this session. And then we bring our mother's uh, face in our mind and paint a picture and look into her eyes. So I'll say something which is relevant to me and see if you connect. So I am sorry, mommy, that I was in my teenage years, I was quite angry and I didn't talk to you much. And I'm grateful for your support throughout. I love myself and I love that you are my mother. And similarly, we bring our father's picture in our mind. And I'm sorry, Father. Please forgive me for the anger or for shouting at you at times. And maybe I didn't give enough time to you or did not share about my life with you or did not ask about your difficulties. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. And thank you, Mother and Father, for being there for me all the time. I love you. I love you. I love you. And now bring your face in front of you. And I say, I'm sorry, Anu, for not taking good care of your health and taking you for granted. Please forgive me. and I'm sorry. And thank you, thank you, thank you for this support for so many years as I have gone through this life. I love you, I love you, I love you. And you can hug yourself, like, when we are saying love you, especially to ourselves, then we can hug ourselves, pat our face, like we care for a baby. For 30 seconds. I love you. Love you. And slowly we can open our eyes. So this is a very short version of those 4 sentences. लेकिन हम इसको अपने किसी भी एरिया में, लाइफ के किसी भी एरिया में और इसको आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं. And then we can, have it in our different areas, say health, abundance, love life, money. यही तो 3-4 areas होते हैं जो कि हमारे लिए important होते हैं. And just those 4 sentences and expanding that, what emotions do I want to work on, will help, create a pathway or a different pathway than we have seen before. So that much from my side about the Hawaiian prayer. Thank you so much. Any questions or something?
No, nothing, because I keep doing this practice and
Acha.
I have some idea. Yeah.
Thank you. But it can be in certain areas also. Like last time भी मैंने बोला था कि हम ओनोपोनो prayers आज जैसे कि मैंने अपने career के लिए किया. Career as in like whole career. कि career, you have given me so much, and maybe I'm angry with you or something, but I ask for forgiveness and thank you for giving me so many friends and my meal, my everything, my career, my like salary, my everything from that career. And please forgive me if I have negative words, used negative words in the past. So I love you, my career. इस तरह का जब मैंने किया और इसको करीब 2-3 मिनट तक ऐसे सेंटेंसेस बोले, मतलब एक्सटेंडेड होनोपोनो प्रेयर, तो इट रियली मेड ह्यूज डिफरेंस फॉर मी. यस्टरडे मैंने हेल्थ पे किया था यही सारा, 2-3 मिनट सिर्फ आंखें बंद करके इस तरह से बात की थी. तो बात जैसे कि हम लोग किसी को नहीं या किसी पर्टिकुलर चीज के लिए नहीं, पर जैसे हेल्थ, करियर, अबंडेंस, ऐसे भी ये प्रेयर को यूज कर सकते हैं. And that has given me a lot of, ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, रिलीज. जैसे कल जो था, मैं एकदम जैसे ऐसा लग रहा था कि जैसे मैंने स्पा कर लिया हो, एकदम ऐसे जैसे शांत सा मन हो जाता है ना स्पा करने के बाद, ऐसा मेरे लिए हो गया था. और आज भी, और कल मैंने ना अपने मेड से ना कुछ भी नहीं करवाया है, मतलब ज्यादा काम. मैंने बोला कि आप है ना मेरे पैर पे तेल लगा दो, तो उन्होंने भी बोला हाँ ठीक है लगा देती हूँ. तो फिर वो भी मतलब एक किस्म से सचमुच में ही स्पा हो गया मेरे लिए. और आज करियर, तो करियर के बारे में आज सुबह से 2-3 लोग मुझे कुछ और आइडियाज, और आज ये बुक्स, मतलब करियर इन द सेंस कि मेरे को हर टाइम ये रहता है कि मैं बुक्स लिखूं या कुछ इस तरह का मतलब रहता है. ये बुक पता नहीं मैंने कब खरीदी है, मेरे को खुद नहीं पता है. ये बुक मुझे किसी शेल्फ में सफाई भी कर रही थी, तो ये बुक मुझे मिली. एंड इट वॉज लाइक, ऐसे मैं पढ़ती गई अब मैं आधे तक पहुंच गई हूँ. तो बुक्स भी मिलते जा रहे हैं, तो इट्स नॉट कि करियर इस तरह से कि मेरे को कोई फोन आया कि जॉब इंटरव्यू, बट यू नो समथिंग न्यू हैज कम अप and I just want to correlate with the prayers that I did in the morning and the calls I'm getting.
Very good.
Yeah, so that much about the Hoponopono prayer. So it's not just those 4 lines, but you can extend it and talk to that whole scenario, and you will definitely feel, means it is like putting yourself in that whole picture.
Yeah.
And taking responsibility कि yes, फिर आगे का रास्ते, आगे का रास्ता, हाँ, और के लिए भी कर सकते हैं, और के लिए करने में तो और भी ज्यादा है, और भी ज्यादा मतलब एक किस्म से बोलेंगे कि और भी ज्यादा उसके लिए पोटेंशियल है। आज मैंने एक्चुअली जो मेरी इंस्ट्रक्टर थी उनके साथ किया, तो यू नो इट मेड इट मोर रियल। लाइक जैसे आप और मैं जब मेडिटेशन करते हैं तो इट इज डिफरेंट देन डूइंग द मेडिटेशन अलोन ना। तो इसलिए जब वो बोलती गई सेंटेंसेस और मैं रिपीट कर रही थी, देन इट बिकेम इवन मोर रियल फॉर मी। यस, और दूसरों के लिए डेफिनेटली कर सकते हैं, और अगर वो सामने हैं और आपके साथ रिपीट कर सकते हैं तो बहुत ही बढ़िया। बट नहीं भी है तो आप दूसरों के लिए क्या कैसे करना है कि वो आप मतलब ये टेक्निक मैंने पिछले बार भी बोली थी कि जो वो सर्जन थे हवाई में, सर्जन नहीं साइकेट्रिक पेशेंट, तो उन्होंने अपने सारे जो इनसेन क्रिमिनल माइंडेड लोग थे उनसे वो मिले भी नहीं, लेकिन उन्होंने सबको हील कर दिया। तो उन्होंने वो एक्सटेंडेड होनोपोनो प्रेयर ही तो किया, फिर एक एक के लिए एक एक करके उनकी फाइल को पढ़ा और उस पर प्रेयर किया, या जो भी उनका मेथड था, इतना तो नहीं लिखा है, बट ही यूज्ड टू रीड देयर फाइल्स एंड ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एवरीबॉडी गॉट हील्ड। यस, डेफिनेटली दूसरों के लिए कर सकते हैं, और दूसरों के साथ अगर आप करेंगे तो यू विल फील द डिफरेंस एंड दे विल फील द डिफरेंस। या डेफिनेटली। तो कुछ दिनों बाद मैं जरूर इसके बारे में भी एक बुक रिव्यू जरूर करूंगी। तो ये मेरा बहुत मतलब मुझे बहुत सब्जेक्ट भी बहुत अच्छा लगता है, इमॉर्टल्स ऑफ शंबाला। तो वो एक नया टॉपिक हम लोग कर सकते हैं, या मैं उसका छोटा ये बुक रिव्यू टाइप का भी कर सकती हूँ। तो नेचुरली जब वो करूंगी तो शंबाला अगर आपको पता हो तो इट्स एन मिथिकल प्लेस, वो ऐसा नहीं है, ऐसा तो टिबेट है, बट मिथिकल प्लेस भी माना जाता है कि जहाँ पर जैसे हमारे जैसे गौतम बुद्ध वहां पर रह रहे हैं, या ये महावतार बाबा जी वहां रहते हैं, या कई सारे ऋषि मुनि वहां रहते हैं, इन द सेंस की एस्ट्रल वर्ल्ड, मतलब नॉट रियल वर्ल्ड बट एस्ट्रल वर्ल्ड। तो ऐसे, तो थैंक यू श्वेता।